anyway, this is a sharing opportunity where we can all move forward with our questioning. And again, the love of my life, and in my opinion, the most important thing in life is questioning. Many years ago, I mean, many years ago, I studied with Anthony Robbins before he got extremely popular. A lot of people don't like Robbins because he did late night TV stuff and he's acts kind of comes across as a huckster. And that's fine. And he's really fine about that too. But I worked with him long enough to know that he's the real deal. When he says he's going to do something, he does it. When he says something works, it works. When he trains people, they're trained. And one of the things that Robbins would say is the quality of your life is determined by the quality of your questions, because it's really the questions you ask. It's like if you get up in the morning and go, oh God, is this going to be another miserable day? Oh geez, what's going to happen at work? Do I have to deal with Mary Jane again? Oh, what's going to happen? Is my knee going to bother me, etc.? Well, I guarantee misery. See, I can predict these things. I'm a little bit of a prophet in that way. If you get up and start asking those questions, you're going to be miserable because you're asking questions that will lead you to misery. If you get up and say, wow, I wonder what magical thing could happen today, or what am I most thankful for today? Like, who am I most thankful for today? What great things could happen? What problems could I solve today, etc. Well, you're going to have a pretty good day, almost always, because it's where you're directing your attention. Dr. Maxwell Maltz, back in the 60s or 70s, wrote a book on cybernetics, I guess. And in it, he talked about the brain being a goal-seeking organism. Now, I personally think he was a little overly simplistic and a little mechanistic, but a lot of his ideas were quite accurate. Once you turn your brain to a task, it will try to handle that task. It's like Edison said, he would hold a question. He would have an idea and he'd take a cat nap. And often during the cat nap or shortly afterwards, the answer would appear to him. Tesla said all of his inventions were created 100% in his mind. He never had to do experiments with anything. It was completed in his mind. And so these are people we know about, and largely because that's what they do or did in this case. And so we can do that too. And one of the key things is anything someone else can accomplish, we have a good chance of accomplishing also. Now, you get a Major League Baseball player. I'm not going to hit 300. Even when I was 20, I wasn't going to hit 300. Now that I'm 72, I'm going to hit 0. Exactly, right? So, there are limitations in that way. But we can either argue for our limitations or we can argue for our capacity.